Everything is clear!
Have to make sure the area is clear.
Nothing here!
Keep looking.
What is this? It's too quiet.
Na Růžičkově nádraží se stále pohřešuje několik osob. Podrobnosti najdete na webu státní policie. Potenciálně zmatené či zraněné jedince...
Smells like police.
Jo, tak zatím.
The parkman.
Get in the Hansa line, now.
If you do hear,
Nice look.
please let me know.
Problems already.
Hate to see what these dogs have done.
Underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective, an elusive group of vigilante hackers.
Hlášení, které odešle OSN po skončení cesty, umožní členům Rady bezpečnosti dosáhnout moudrého, uvážlivého a jednomyslného rozhodnutí. Debata ohledně drastických kroků za účelem zmírnění globálního násilí stále probíhá.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Milena, I got into the odd permit registry.
Hold on.
That should give me access now as well.
Why am I seeing a security timer?
Probably because neither of us have done this before. Cross your fingers. I borrowed this employee ID from a guy in a bar.
Why does it say there's only one validation slot?
Shit! The city has quotas for this kind of thing. Prague is designed to regulate people to death.
What does that mean?
The system won't let this guy register 2 people. Just scan something. There isn't much time. Help 1 person at least. Good. Edward's documents should hold up to any kind of scanning check now. He's as legit as he can be, without actually being legit.
I came here to help 2 people.
It doesn't always work that way. Look, you need to get out of there, please.
Milena, that permit I wasn't able to scan. What happens to Irenka now?
She probably ends up in Golem. Or she gets arrested for trying to use fake documentation. Thrown into a cell somewhere. I don't know. Doesn't exactly feel like a win, does it?
No, it doesn't.
We did the best we could. Listen, thanks for being one of the good guys.
Keeping an eye on you all.
Yes, since 2017. However, this particular building was completed in 2024.
Absolutely secure. Data extractors have never breached the lab.
Hackers are everywhere.
Allow me to finish with this gentleman, sir.
Hackers are everywhere. Not here?
Exactly. Of course, physical security is also paramount, and Tarvos has an impeccable reputation.
They were affiliated with Belgium.
Oh,
Does being employed with us enable your children to eat? Does your wife get to live in a safe, gated community instead of being surrounded by murderers and rapists? This man tried to take our son. Now, you think about what happens if that money suddenly disappears, and you make sure nobody ever tries to rob us again.
Data transfer may begin whenever you wish. Mr. Roshiro has also provided...
Sub-level security room has their up-to-date security password.
Good. Haven't heard from mezzanine level or the corporate vault basement.
Automation's Mike.
Just putting a little something away.
That way. Look, you need to get out of there, please.
Milena, that permit I wasn't able to scan. What happens to Irenka now?
She probably ends up in Golem. Or she gets arrested for trying to use fake documentation. Thrown into a cell somewhere. I don't know. Doesn't exactly feel like a win, does it?
No, it doesn't.
We did the best we could. Listen, thanks for being one of the good guys.
Acting like himself.
Yes.
Absolutely secure.
Please see the
Data
receptionist.
extractors have never breached the law.
Hackers are everywhere. Not here.
Exactly. Of course. Physical security. Also,
Now I want to follow you to error. Who the hell do you think it is? Of course that is what this man tried to steal from us. Do you enjoy the movie? Does our company like to why do you Does your wife get to live in a safe, gated community instead of being surrounded by murderers and rapists? This man tried to take our money. Now, you think about what happens when money suddenly disappears, and you make sure nobody ever tries to rob us again.
The Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world. Despite their
That way. Look, you need to get out of there, please.
Milena, that permit I wasn't able to scan. What happens to Irenka now?
She probably ends up in Golem. Or she gets arrested for trying to use fake documentation. Thrown into a cell somewhere. I don't know. Doesn't exactly feel like a win, does it?
No, it doesn't.
We did the best we could. Listen, thanks for being one of the good guys.
Problems already.
The stuff, man.
Patricia,
Yes, since 2017. However, this particular building was completed.
Secure. Data extractors have never breached.
Hackers are everywhere.
Exactly. Of course. Also, they were assuming yes, but so were most. Why didn't I expect yes. Why don't you do that? Thank you.
No, we
A
have
pleasure, sir.
with these attacks and with the elective office. No, the elective office collapsed.
Yes. Sub-level security room has their up-to-date security password.
Good. Haven't heard from mezzanine level or the corporate vault basement.
Can you get confirmation from my key?
I could, but they would only be able to confirm sending out the code.
I don't know. Some noise is your best.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
But with the United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act in a matter of weeks, could the good doctor be changing his tune? Your guess is as good as mine. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Picus News, the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. Drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the U.S., millions of workers lost their jobs when the Collective leaked classified corporate documents, causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite whatever praises the underground media wants to sing. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Ariel our portable data other unique passive features. Aaron, up this track. Back to New York. malfunctioning augmentation. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you, live, from Picus.
They may have batteries, but we've got this. A shunt and we're all you need to get through the day. A shunt.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history. I cannot speak for you folks, but terrifying memories of that day still haunt me. It will certainly be a while before any of us forget it. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you, live, from Picus.
Exclusivity, anonymity, security. These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at Palisade Property Bank have made addressing them.
I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring Oakland complex. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and merely seeks to augmented in a world that has turned against them. But with the United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act in a matter of weeks, could the good doctor be changing his tune? Your guess is as good as mine. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you, live, from Picus. Picus News, the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories. Is freedom of the press a threat to our freedom? In the hands of irresponsible journalists, it can be. Underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective, an elusive group of vigilante hackers who are exposing big money corruption. break in the story. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you, live, from Lycan.
They may have batteries. We've got this. Ashanti energy. All you need to get through this. Ashanti.
Of course that's what the Dragon Palace is, right? Of course we're trying to pull it through.
No worries whatsoever. The whole building exudes a sense.
Please see the receptionist.
It hurts so much.
Who listens to that garbage?
So, you got anything on Picus?
I think I found the kind of information you're looking for.
All right. Inspire me.
A commercial airliner went down recently, over an ionospheric research facility. Plane went down because of whatever the military was doing there, not because of some augmented passenger like Picus claims.
Shit, man! This is it! This is headline fucking material! You did good, man. Real good. Anything else?
No, that's it.
That's cool, man. This should be more than enough. Okay, Bones has been typing up a storm already. We pulled all our Picus theories together and laid out some preliminaries. If you did your job right, this should help fill in the blanks.
So we're done here.
Almost. We need to make sure this issue gets the publicity it deserves. There's a city information hub we want you to hack. It's on your way out, I promise.
And then you forget all about Prahadovos.
Praha who?
Sound awfully fucking familiar.
Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap, polarized the dialogue on both sides. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you live from
Chang, you there?
What do you got for me?
Took care of Samizdat. No one's going to be reading anything about us anytime soon.
Oh, I'll cancel the movers. How'd you do it?
I've reasoned with them. They're not going to give us any trouble.
Reasoned? With the conspiracy nuts.
I know what I'm doing.
Quiet today.
Why don't you go change?
Enough problems already.
Access granted.
Okay, you there?
Who is this? How'd you get this number?
I did what you asked. Samizdat should have no problem getting its message out now. You remember our deal?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't compromise whatever little game you're playing over at that import company.
Try to keep a low profile. If Picus wasn't gunning for you before, they will be now.
Don't worry. Just make sure you remember who the good guys are.
Here we go.
Ještě mi snad kurva nakážu, abych šel rozdávat.
He is a great man. This family, it is where it is because of him.
Of course. What do you expect? We developed something to what was expected in the last few years.
What do you know of anything?
What's that smell? Come find me later.
Access granted. Access granted.
One way to catch a rat is to set traps.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Hello, Paul. What crazy dog is this? I'm going to get the police this Skoro mi připadá, že jsme v komoutu Susa.
He looks peaceful.
Enough problems already.
When did they close the puppet shop? It's been closed for ages. Maybe
chewing gum and
more.
baling wire.
My niece
Don't make
found
bombs
some
with
legendary
all about it.
The ones that look like dogs. I was going to get one for her birthday. To get her a real dog.
She's an irresponsible little idiot.
There's the problem, right?
Trusting her with a piece of wood is as far as I would ever go.
The best secure corporate archiving.
Always watching. Turning now to Prague, a city still reeling in the wake of a devastating terror attack. Dozens were killed and more injured yesterday when bombs exploded inside Rosika train station. I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months.
Access granted.
And now for a close look at the events making headlines across the world. Here are our top stories. Last year, the collective shut down London's traffic grid, causing gridlock for hours and preventing life-saving medical transports from getting through. In Chile, Russia, hacked combat drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the U.S., millions of workers lost their jobs when the collective leaked classified corporate documents, causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me folks, the collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite what I'm afraid is the evidence. This is Eliza Cassell. Like it, Ariel is in constant. Ariel, up these tracks. Back to New York, and a more in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed documentation. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated AUG-only locations. Safety is the primary concern, especially.
So what? I can't just take...
Look, I gotta go. I'll call you later.
Problems?
Nothing I can't handle. We're just waiting on chicane.
So tell me about this new lead then. The Intellicam footage.
State police dropped it off this morning, badly corrupted. But Cheng worked his magic and managed to recover some images. They show an AUG in a yellow hoodie, dropping bags where each bomb went off.
You ran facial recognition? Got an ID?
Couldn't see his face. But the bags are the same ones used by Talis Rucker and his aid workers in the Utilec complex.
That's a stretch.
3 bombings in Prague in 6 months, Jensen. All of them after the leader of ARC took up residence in that ghetto. Rucker needs to answer for these attacks. Here's chicane now.
Am I late? Are you two,
You're right on time. Agent Jensen was just agreeing that we need to bring Rucker in.
Quick snatch and grab. Should be easy enough.
So we've already decided he's guilty?
We just need to talk to him on our terms, not when he's surrounded by fanatics. Getting into Gollum isn't the problem. Reaching Rucker is. Ark territory is fiercely defended. No one sets foot in there.
Not even the state police?
They can't.
Rucker wasn't forced into Gollum City. He bought his way in.
Blackmailed would be more apt. He threatened to go public with evidence of a humanitarian crisis. One that the United Nations Security Council had swept under the rug.
Got them to force the Czech government to hand over part of the Utelek complex to him. A little bit of hush real estate, so to speak.
He stays quiet and guarantees safety for himself and his followers. Smart. So how do I get in?
I've made a deal with an Ark prospect named Tibor Sokol. Promised to get his family out of the complex, so long as he gets you past Ark's checkpoints.
You trust him?
We have to. It's that or nothing. Sokol will meet you at an apartment in the housing district. Number 237. Any questions?
You ask me, Rucker sounds more like a savvy politician than a terrorist.
These days, the lines tend to be blurred.
But Rucker was a highly respected doctor, with no military training. What am I missing here?
Rucker is a man of deeply held convictions, with an unshakable belief in his own righteousness. Doesn't take much to push a man like that to terrorism.
Man's a zealot.
He's a suspect. Just bring him in.
You really believe Ark is responsible for these attacks? For all of them?
Ark has had the means, motive, and opportunity every time.
Even Dubai? Rucker and the Coalition are still confined to Gollum City. They have a heavy police presence keeping an eye on them.
Gollum isn't a concentration camp. You grease the right palms, you can get the papers you need to come and go.
I find that hard to believe.
So get me the evidence to prove otherwise. Get to tell us, Rucker, and bring him in, Agent.
Let's get this over with.
Let me know when you've got Rucker.
Goddamn, Jensen. Every time I look at you, I can't believe the amount of jewelry you've got on. Tell me, how's that aftermarket shit working out for you?
Never better. Maybe you should reconsider. What with that limp?
No. I like my limp. Keeps me honest. Ready to light out.
You're my only backup on this one. Before we leave, I'd like to know you've actually got my back.
Trust me. I flew 10 years in the SAAF and 5 in the private sector moving corporate heads. And in all that time, I've never lost a fare.
How many years with TF-29?
2, which is a year and a half longer than you from what I understand. So you want to keep talking resumes, waste more of our time? Or will you trust me to get the job done?
Let's do this.
Good. Strap in.
But still we have no answers. No one has yet claimed responsibility. Dr. Talos Rucker, the leader of ARC, posted a letter condemning attack. Sources close to the investigation, however, tell me that Rucker and Ark may be behind it after all. I don't know about you folks, but with the upcoming...
Interesting pre-game ritual you've got there. You getting pissed enough to end this guy yet?
I got a no-kill order.
Is that right? Would have thought he'd done enough to warrant extreme prejudice.
How far out are we?
Coming up on it now. Not many spots I can set her down. You got a preference?
Get as close to the ground as you can. I'll take it from there.
Whatever you say, boss. Jensen, still got all your parts together?
I'm fine. How close did you get me to our contact's location? I was in Unit 237.
Jesus, Jensen, I didn't put you on his doorstep. Residential sector should be just ahead of you. Me, I'm gonna switch to autopilot, have a coffee. Let me know if things get interesting.
My eyeball.
I'm at the point where I do not even care about food anymore.
That's not good.
No, it's fine. More for the rest.
A lot? Or just passing through?
Fucking can't feel my toes, man.
Nechceme patřit.
Just look at it.
No fucking hope.
Well, what do you think now, @conspiracy_Chad99?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Access granted.
My friends, this most recent act of senseless violence has been laid at our feet. At the feet of all augmented.
I can't keep living like this.
And I fear the repercussions test our resolve.
So long now. Lay down, you waste away.
Someone turn up the lamp.
Just what despite our denials, our protestations, despite our dedication. To the peaceful advancement of our cause.
You must submit to an identification scan.
Initiate security scan.
Welcome to Golem City, Clank.
I don't like the cops being here any more than you. What do you expect? There was another bombing in Prague. We need someone to blame.
Just like animals.
So why not go over there and tell them?
Strengthen their justification. I know it is right to follow. To lay down.
Shut up. Going to get us arrested. Worse.
I was at the gate just now. Did you hear what happened?
We heard the cop showed up and beat some guy to death.
Yes, it was horrible. Did he, do anything? He gave them some attitude when they hassled him, but he didn't deserve that.
Everywhere we go to the cops, looking at us.
You knew?
Some teenagers all shot cocktails out. The cops beat them so bad, one of those poor kids died.
Well, they did try to set them on fire.
Hey, you're either with us or against us.
Okay, that's good. Come on now, we hate each other.
You're under arrest, what everyone says when they're caught. Clank.
Just shouting at each other. He knew I didn't.
Hands up! You're under arrest!
Today was a very high partner gets here. We'll escort you.
You're not a martyr. You're just a loud idiot.
You don't want to be on the streets. And the police station agreed to all augmented. Now stay still, like a good boy.
And I fear the repercussions will test. We have been cast.
help a lady to ease her suffering? My skin is crawling. Their credits.
There's all kinds of crazies out there.
Taken in. Back from Abe.
You people. Now what? What other lies have you come to tell me?
I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm here to see Sokol. He's expecting me.
Which one? My husband Dushan or his foolish brother Tibor? I guess it doesn't matter which one. The police took them both to the Narrows to torture them for information they do not have.
It's been a rough day, especially here. I can see that. But maybe I can help. What happened?
Like you care. My husband is gone. Tibor said he had a way of getting us out of Golem City. A contact with... Wait. Who are you?
I'm the contact.
Then maybe there is a chance.
There's always a chance.
I'm sorry. Normally they only take ARC members. Tibor is ARC. He has been taken before. But now, after the bombing, they come for Tibor. Dushan, he asks why, and then they take my Dushan. He has done nothing. Nothing.
Do you know where they were taken?
I told you already. The Narrows. Instead of asking stupid questions, why don't you do something? Don't just stand there. They need help. Please.
Chicane, we got a problem. Our contact's been swept up by the police.
I heard about cops in Golem, Jensen. Your Interpol ID won't get you any kindness with them.
That's all right. I didn't bring it with me. They're holding him in a place called the Narrows. I'll contact you after I find him.
This is a lesson.
You like this? We're asking questions and raising trouble. My friends.
Back or we will open fire.
see.
Strike back.
Access granted.
I gave up on you.
You'll see.
Long more.
How can you be so apathetic?
I heard you almost got stabbed yesterday.
It was my fault. We had no.
Get back to work. Bust him there and clean them out.
Brother, watch it. The cops are everywhere today.
I noticed that. Are you Tibor?
Yes, you're late, Interpol.
I know. I spoke to your sister-in-law. She told me what happened.
Adela, is she alright?
It seems like she can take care of herself.
Yes, she can. You know, I can't help you. It's too dangerous now.
Tibor, I can get you out of here.
And then what? They go back to my housing unit and take me again?
And what if you're not there?
No, no. Please, that will just make it worse. They know who I am. They went after my family.
Interpol has promised to get you and your family out of here to safety.
Safety? There is no safety. Only tyrants who prey on the weak and the innocent.
All right, Tibor, listen. I understand why you can't come with me, but I still need to get to Rucker, or what happened to you and your family today will happen to others. I'll smooth it over with Interpol. Is there any other way you can help me?
There's a man, a smuggler, Louis Galois. He imports items for Talos, neuropozyne, whiskey. He could get you in, but you'd have to do him a favor. He likes favors.
That's something. Any other ideas?
My keycard to get to Ark territory is gone. One of the cops took it. Probably still has it on him.
Thanks, I'll look into it.
Please, I know you don't owe me anything, but if you see my brother Dusan, help him. If anything happens to him, Adela will kill me.
Of that, I have no doubt. I'll see what I can do. Chicane, get a message to Miller. Sokol's backed out of the deal.
Why am I not surprised?
He's just looking after his family. Besides, it's not a complete wash. He gave me some options on how to get into Ark on my own.
Well, just be careful, Jensen. This arsehole obviously can't be trusted. Let me know when you're in.
Doesn't matter if they're a grandmother or a schoolboy. If they have a knock, they're a threat. Am I right?
I was saying that before the incident.
I can't believe they bomb our city and complain about their rights.
Exactly. Rucker talks about Ogreites like they're a different race or something. Are their children born or... entered? No, to hell with their rights. We should just get rid of all of them.
Don't get too close. I think I have tuberculosis.
You can't have TB. He cured that.
No, we can treat it with medicine. When's the last time you heard of any medicine being delivered to this hellhole?
Mr. Jensen, this is Otar Botkovere. I hear you are in the Utulek complex.
Keeping tabs on me, Botkovelli?
It is time for that favor you owe me. There is a shopkeeper named Galwa in the Sentry Market. I want you to eliminate him.
I'm not in the assassination game.
How you take care of this problem is your business, but I expect you to keep your word.
You ain't no, so much you believe in.
Keep it together.
Please, we're brother and sister.
trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Access granted.
It's just not fair. I thought that having a baby would be the greatest day of our lives. But now...
No. I'm scared too.
Is it right, do you think, for us to bring a baby into the world? What kind of parent would force their child to grow up in...
I think you're suggesting. I don't know.
Access granted.
Yeah, well, Tibor almost surprised me. I took some kind of casket. I've got a good idea what it is. Proves his art. No, an elevator. Useless. Unless we want to start a real war, which we won't. Leave a small fish for sure. And the shell. Let's not throw either back without feeding something.
You came here on purpose?
I gave notice of work and followed her 2 weeks later. But by the time I got
Až budu něco mít, dám vám vědět.
Say something.
Chicane. Tell Miller the mission's back on track. I've got an elevator passkey that'll get me into ARC territory.
Copy that. I'll do a flyby up ahead, get you the lay of the land. Hit me up when you're through.
Guess what I just learned? Right around here, there's a guy
You
selling
looking
some-
for supplies?
If you're looking to take a piss, you can do it in the street like everybody else. If you're looking for Theobescash, you can fuck off.
I'm not looking for either.
Well then, handsome. You must be looking to deal. My name's Entity, and I've got the sweetest tech in GC. How may I serve you?
Show me what you've got.
Well, if you're going to make it sound naughty, I have no choice, do I? Good looks and an eye for high-end tech. Mother did warn me. I'm hoping there's something else I can do for you?
Actually, Entity, I think I'll just show myself out.
Oh, sad face. Well, promise me you won't stay gone too long, darling. My favorite brooding stranger returns. Come to see what Entity has for you, or did you just miss me?
When I walked in here, you mentioned someone named Theobescash. Who is that?
My asshole ex. He used to run this place with me before he ran out. Thought you were one of his new friends.
The kind of welcome you gave me, he must not think much of his new friends.
Don't get me wrong, Ark does a lot of good in the ghetto, but...
Your boyfriend fell in with Ark?
Ex. And I get it, I guess. He always wanted to make a difference. Ark keeps a lot of people safe in here. Keeps them fed, clothed. They give a lot of people hope. I get that, but... I don't know, something about organized anything scares the shit out of me.
You think Ark is dangerous?
No, I don't know. Maybe. Shit, probably. But that's not what scares me. It's the collective, hive-minded mentality that freaks me out. It's why I stay away from religion. And book clubs. So, listen, we're getting to know each other here. Is there something else I can do for you?
So how did you wind up dealing tech in Golem City?
All the brothels were full, so I had no choice but to fall back on an old hobby to make ends meet.
Which tech company was it that cut you loose?
Bobson Synthetics. I was a biocell designer. Then I wasn't. The incident fried some pretty delicate shit in my hand. Can't really do my best work anymore, you know, but... Hey, whatever. That's downer territory. I get by fine. What do you say we change the subject?
Actually, Entity, I think I'll just show myself out.
Oh, sad face. Well, promise me you won't take on too long, darling.
Obyvatelé již tak přeplněného komplexu útulek musí udělat místo pro dalších 20 000 lidí. Státní policie očekává, že právě tento počet lidí v nadcházejících týdnech zadrží na kontrolních bodech, jakmile Praha aktualizuje své regulace augmentací. Mnozí dříve licencovaní občané již nebudou mít nárok na novou ověřovací kartu T73. Série koordinovaných výbuchů včera dopoledne ochromila Růžičkovo nádraží. O život přišlo několik desítek cestujících a ve městě se opět zavolalo na strachu z velkopočtem teroristického pekla. Železniční doprava do Prahy byla přesměrována, zatímco forenzní vyšetřovatelé v troskách hledají odpovědi. Do této chvíle ještě není jisté, kdo za útokem stojí, ale
Got to admire their will to live, I suppose.
Barricading ourselves in our walled cities because we're
Proč je tady všechno tak vlhký?
All you ever talk about is Rabia.
Are you nuts? What the fuck's the matter with you?
We have real problems with inanimate objects.
So good.
That hits the spot, man.
So long now. Lay down was the worst thing. Lucky bastard.
I'm starving. That's not my problem. I can't afford to give away.
Looks like a wrench.
More food than you need.
Mají něco za lubem. Nedělejte problémy.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all armored powers. Unlicensed individuals identified will be arrested, located to designated all-open locations. Safety is the primary concern, especially in the altitude, where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning operations. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence
Access granted.
only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching each one closely for any breaks in the story. This is Allowed to Dissent, reporting to you live from Leyden.
My friends, this most recent act of senseless violence has been laid at our feet. resolve, the strength of our convictions. We have been cast as the villain once again. Despite our denials, our protestations, despite our dedication to peaceful advancement.
You know how many countries lives? Too many. But not many.
That was some decisive action.
A skýtá dobu značné augmentované.
Thank you. Don't really think that's for me.
There isn't a damn thing we can do about it. Not through proper channels, as they say. Understood? Bye.
This is a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting any customers today, given the unpleasantness outside.
Are you Louis Galois?
I am. If this is a referral, may I ask which of my customers was impressed enough to recommend me?
Tibor Sokol.
Ah, poor Tibor. But how may I be of service?
Let's talk about the Diwali crime family.
Who are they?
They're the people running organized crime in Prague. Their second in command is a man named Otar Botkavelli. Heard of him?
No. I'm sorry, I haven't.
Well, that's too bad. I was hoping you could tell me why he wants me to kill you.
Shit! He wants me dead? Drug son of a bitch.
Sounds like you're starting to remember him now.
Yeah, Otar. He just slipped my mind for a moment.
That's not the only thing slipping.
Fine, smart guy. I work for Otar's boss, the head of the Diwali family, Radic Nikoladze. I spy on Otar's activities for Radic. Shit, I just realized. The other Pakhan, Konstantin, he died in the train station bombing.
You're thinking Otar wants to get the second spy, you, out of the way, and make a move against Radic.
I'm sure he'd love that. Those two have had their own private Cold War going on for years. But still, getting rid of me and Konstantin wouldn't be enough. Otar needs to gather more support in Prague and in Georgia.
But he could do it.
The only thing keeping him from consolidating his power is... well, me? But you're not really planning to kill me, are you?
Sorry, Galois. I gave Otar my word.
Then let's get this over with.
Not the range! Coward! Over!
The boss is gonna love this!
Botkavelli, it's Jensen. The problem in the Rudolite complex has been taken care of.
Good. I look forward to hearing the details. But I will have to wait, because I have other urgent matters keeping me busy at the moment. I will call you back shortly.
program initiated. Access granted.
Victor, we got one. Patrolling the market, just like you said it would be.
I got it, brothers. Now, let's see what we've got here. These little guys can be tricky. Every once in a while, one of them will go off, even if you...
Should have tried cutting the blue wire.
If only life was that simple. You are lost, brother? It looks like you might have taken a wrong turn.
You must be the welcoming committee.
No. I am Marchenko. And Marchenko, he is more of a guardian. Like the hound at the gates of hell, yes?
I'm not real big on the classics.
That is a pity. What a man reads can tell you more about him than his face. Can I give you a little friendly advice?
Sure.
Go back. Go home. There is nothing for someone like you here.
How do you figure that? You don't know me.
I know this place, up ahead. We call it the Throat. And sometimes those get cut, yes? When outsiders come wandering in where they should not.
I'll take my chances. I just want to see where Ark hides out.
We are not hiding from anyone.
Tell that to the cops down below.
Do not listen to police and all their bullshit about Ark. Those Pt.3 pricks are everywhere, breaking heads, making their mess, and we have to deal with it. Better watch yourself. They won't go easy on you either, leash or no leash.
It's not right what the police are doing. Someone has to stand up to them.
Is that you? Because it takes a lot to step out of line and answer back. And once you do, there is no return. Not everyone has the courage to take up the fight.
You make it sound like you're in a war.
It is a war. On us. On every augmented human. You see that, don't you? There is a moment coming, and it will be soon, when all of us will have to choose a side. Anyone who does not will just be in the way. And that could get them killed.
I thought Ark was about preserving human rights, not advocating armed revolt.
Here and now, brother, it is the same thing.
What you're talking about, that's terrorism.
Is it? I thought we were just two men having a conversation, discussing the issues of the day.
Like your friend Rucker? I see him on the net. He feel the same way you do?
Ah, yes. Talos. He is a good man. Strong. intelligent, principled. You could learn a lot from him.
I admit he's got a way about him. He talks and people listen. But is that enough?
He is no politician, if that is what you mean. Rucker gave up an easy life for our cause. He lives the struggle, just like the rest of us.
Respect anyone with principles. But in my experience, that doesn't get you much when the storm comes down.
Well, as much as a political debate stimulates me, you are pushing my patience, and I have work to do. You have had your warning. Get out of here, while you still can.
If that was your recruitment speech, I gotta tell you, it sucked. The way I see it, after the bombing, tide's turning against you. ARC has made itself public enemy #1.
Yes, it may seem that way. For now. Until then. Sergei! Be careful in there, Shiny. Huh? Nasty rumors of a wrench getting scratches on his finish will scare the tourists away. Yes. We'll be seeing you.
Chicane, patch me through to Miller.
Give him a message. Patch you through. What am I, your fucking secretary now?
Jensen, I thought you were back on track.
I am. But I need you to run a name through iLink. Victor Marchenko. Got a feeling about this guy.
Fine. But remember, you're there for Rucker. If he's behind these attacks, everyone else will fall in line.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
complex has increased. Reports have reached my ears of unlawful searches, arbitrary arrests, and brutal violence of those themselves in a fair and honorable fashion. To the citizens of Utrecht, I strongly advocate the same restraint. Remember, no wrong is ever redressed with more anger and aggression. Be courteous to the police. Cooperate. If you've witnessed or personally experienced abuse, do not escalate. Report all violations to arms. Those responsible will answer for their crimes once the current crisis has passed. If we remain united, we can withstand anything. It is understandable that emotions should be running wild, but there is absolutely no excuse for a continued. We demand that the members of the state police force and their civil commanders curtail their current regime and begin comporting themselves
Chicane, I'm in ARC territory now. That flyby show you anything?
First section seems to be a mass storage area. View ahead looks like ARC has repurposed it for living quarters. Or barracks, maybe.
Those two things have very different connotations, Chicane. Which is it?
Well, everyone in front of you is armed, so I'll let you decide.
Right.
Sokol, calm down.
Don't tell me to! Don't tell me to calm down. When they try to intimidate me, get me to bring them here, but I refuse.
Who?
Interpol. They're coming here.
The police know what happens to them when they come here.
Not the police. Interpol. I think they mean to arrest Talos.
Relax, Sokol. If Interpol needs to learn the same lesson we taught the police, we will be glad to teach them. We will go to any lengths to protect Talos. Now go. Go keep your eyes open, and we will handle Interpol together.
Police will not be happy until they have Talos in custody.
How do I
Do not trust Sokol. He almost sold us out. Kitchen, gym are clear.
This crisis will forge our character.
Your people start executing folks in public. Police will not be happy until they have Talos in custody. Someone left all the showers running again.
We are a barricade. A shield!
An email from your wife the other day?
Yes. Every Sunday she sent me one, and I answer back. My sons are doing well at the new school. Nobody knows their father is an orc.
When she asks about your life, do you tell her what's going on around here?
I used to tell her that things were difficult, but you're making progress. Lately, she doesn't ask you.
When she asks about your life, do you tell her what's going on around here?
I used to tell her that things were difficult, but we were making progress. Lately, though. She doesn't ask you.
No one here but us. Good. This double shield will go over soon.
Chicane, you with me?
Thankfully, no. What's your progress?
I'm through the living quarters. Looks like I'm into some kind of operations area now. My gut tells me Rucker's gonna be above all this, someplace high and defensible.
Better find an elevator then. I'll update you with extraction coordinates when I have them. Chicane out.
Visit the other districts, walk around their marketplaces, and hand out posse at the clinics.
I have not seen him do that in weeks.
No. No, it is like he has given up.
He better not have. Talos is the reason I joined ARM. And if he cannot find a way out of this mess, then I am not sure there is one.
Posters and radio shows will change very little.
What if we did blow up Ruzicka?
You think Talos would allow that?
Probably not, no. But do you ever get the feeling someone else is pulling the strings around here?
You need some sleep, man. You're getting paranoid.
Saka, I cannot believe we are standing here doing nothing.
We have got one probably a religious fanatic.
We have lost one of them. People think I'm...
The more reason to hate us.
This is the fourth one this week. They locked the door. They're definitely still talking about this Operation Storm Surge, whatever it is.
You should be in those meetings. I mean, who are these fucking guys?
Marchenko just
Recruiting his friends now? They're not even on the roster.
You know he's been sneaking into Prague with them. In his little club.
Probably more secret meetings we're not invited to.
You know what? I bet Rucker doesn't even know.
You see who caused that?
Delos should be live on air. We need him to calm the situation.
I feel we will never get them to reconsider this.
We are being trained. Whoever bombed Ruzika, probably a religious fanatic.
Art will be blamed for the Zika.
Easy shift today, only 12 hours. What are you doing tomorrow? The new shipment is coming. Blankets, clothes, iodine tablets, sanitary napkins, maybe even a few solar-powered hot plates. We're helping keep things under control while they get handed out. You?
Film me the press release. Talos is going to show evidence that the police in Lyon shot that augmented veterinarian after she'd been gassed and handcuffed.
It all sounds a lot like Las Vegas.
Chicane, I'm moving in on Rucker's position. You got those coordinates yet?
I'll transmit them as soon as I've finished my coffee.
Don't leave me hanging, Chicane.
You just worry about getting our man. And be careful. He's dangerous.
We'll see.
I'm unarmed.
I'm sure you'll understand if I don't take your word for it.
You're clearly very skilled. I want to thank you for holding yourself in check on the way in. My friends only want to protect me, but there's been too much bloodshed already.
You don't seem surprised to see me.
I'm not. After the train station attacks, I knew it was only a matter of time before they sent someone. Please, sit.
This isn't a social call, Rucker. I'm here to take you in.
Our mandate is to fight for the rights of the augmented. Communicate our message, offer assistance. The Ark is a non-violent organization.
All right, then this should be easy. Come with me, answer our questions, and we'll have you back here in plenty of time to film your next sermon.
I'm not a fool. If I surrender now, I'm never coming back. Once you have me, you intend to make me disappear. But I will not make Solzhenitsyn's mistake. My people and I will resist you.
I thought you were a pacifist.
I am. But I'm more than a leader. I am a symbol. That is why you wish to erase me. If martyrdom is the only way to remain a symbol, then even my death is preferable to my evaporation.
If I have to bring you in by force, I will. And your people will try to stop me. And neither of us wants anyone to get hurt, so come along peacefully. You have my word. I will do everything I can to see that you are treated fairly.
You cannot speak to me of peace or fairness. Not when your masters hide in the shadows, manipulating, controlling, murdering without the courage to proclaim their convictions in front of the rest of the world.
Come off it, Rucker. You've been preaching pacifism for years from your ivory tower. Now all of a sudden your convictions are really being tested and you're tossing them away.
No, that's... Let me explain. The augmented peoples of the world have been stripped of their power. There are so few advocates remaining. The cause needs people like me to stem the tide of hatred before all humanity drowns in it.
You're lecturing me about the state of our rights? I get the same looks. I go through the same checkpoints. And things are getting worse, so your plan obviously isn't working.
I know. And it tears at me. I have been trying desperately to think of a better way. But so far, nothing. This is a very precarious time for the movement. These attacks are making everything worse for us. My leadership position within ARC is being threatened, and I suspect the two might even be connected. Please, go back to your people. Tell them to give me 48 hours, so I can attempt to resolve the internal conflict.
If the terrorism is causing you internal problems, demonstrate your strength of character. To ARC and to everyone else. By surrendering willingly. Stand by your convictions. and you'll turn people to your side.
But the Cabal in the shadows, the ones pulling your strings, and those of many others, they will never take my side. Can you understand this? If you were to take me from here, you would be responsible for more than my death. You would be responsible for my effacement, the ruination of the Augmented Rights Coalition, and the perversion of everything it stands for.
You need to take your blinders off, Rucker. You want the world to see Augs as individuals and pacifists, but what'll it take before you realize I'm an Aug too? If they want you dead, they'll have to go through me.
God. You are right. Forgive me. I must trust you to help me. If I do not, I will have turned away my most likely ally. Before we leave together, there's something I must show you. I suspect there's a power struggle brewing within our organization. Some people inside ARC are less committed to our ideals.
Are you trying to tell me you know who's responsible for the bombings?
I have only suspicions, and until recently, not even that. The evidence I have begun collecting is meager, but I give it to you. This is the key card for the security door. The evidence is inside.
Why give it to me? Why not keep it, present it at your interrogation?
Because if my suspicions are correct, and I am seen leaving here with you willingly, I may not survive to present my evidence. Somewhere down there, hiding in plain sight, is your real terrorist. I was trying secretly to find out who is responsible.
Rucker? Chicane, Rucker is dead.
Come again.
I'll fill you in when I see you, which is where exactly?
There's some greenhouses near your position. Below them is a clearing. That's where I'll be. Chicane out.
detected. Trace program initiated.
You heard that too.
When are you sending my relief?
Once again, despite our denials, our protestations, despite our dedication to the peaceful advancement of our cause, despite the fact that some of our own were killed in the attack at Rosika Station. But fear has blinded our accusers. And although I know that many of them
Got your email. My answer is still the same.
I know, but you have to stay strong.
No matter how much good we do, how much food we grow, how much medicine we give, many still see us as terrorists.
I know, brother, I know. But our sacrifices today will make a better world for our children.
How much longer is this going to go on?
Hopefully they will never have to know what we went through.
Never thought this kind of dude would get more.
Okay, just keep at it.
Carlos isn't able to think about anything else.
Then why isn't he doing anything about it?
You'll have to ask him. Professor Deus. Come up with an answer.
Shut up. I think I heard something.
Jensen, the meter's running. Where the hell are you?
I'm on my way, Chicane.
Well, step it up.
I guess it was nothing, huh?
You should head back.
Hello? Goddamn good Raka being dead is going to do for us. Your orders were to bring him in.
I fully intended to.
And how did this happen?
Look, Rucker was convinced someone wanted him to disappear. Instead of pointing fingers, we need to focus on finding out who it was. Before dying, he told me that outside forces were perverting the cause from within. He said he had proof.
What kind of proof?
An email on a pocket secretary found inside ARC. It's cryptic, but it reads like activation orders to me.
Whose is this?
I'm not sure. What did we get back on Viktor Marchenko?
The guy you wanted me to run through iLink? We didn't get shit.
Maybe Chang can backtrace the IP. Find out who's talking to who here.
Who's to say Rucker didn't write that email himself?
Only one way to find out. I'll give it to cybercrimes. See what they come back with. Christ. What a mess. You know word of Rucker's death is going to spread, don't you? And when that happens, the head of state police assures me Golem City will become a war zone. We can't let that happen. I hope we're good on juice, Chicane, because I need a ride. As for you, Agent...
I still have a case to solve, and I know exactly where to start, Director. Smiley's had more than enough time to analyze that DSD I gave him.
The one you took from Razika?
I'll check in with him, see what's on it. After that, I'll go where the evidence takes me. I intend to make sure the right people are brought to justice for this, whether they're augmented or not.
Get a move on, before this case gets any colder. And keep me in the loop. Let's go, Chicane.
Alex, tell us Rucker's dead.
What?
Poisoned, I think.
Holy shit, man. Rucker was the voice of the Augmented. People loved him for it. When word of this hits, Prague is gonna explode.
And the whole world's watching. Listen, Miller's gone to meet with state police. Could be our chance to determine his loyalties.
He lives near TF-29. You want us to search his apartment?
Not us. Me. You keep digging into that VersaLife break-in. And see what the Collective can dig up on a Viktor Marchenko. If I'm right, and Rucker was poisoned, all three might be connected. Jensen out.
Adam, you there? You're not gonna believe this, but Vadim Orlov is in Prague.
You're kidding.
I wish I were. 6 months ago, he got an augmented expert's visa. Coming and going periodically ever since. Border Control locked him in this morning.
I heard him from 6 months ago. Where's he staying?
In the Lilioma Courtyard Apartments on Lavani Street, 2nd floor.
I'll check it out.
Mr. Jensen, it is Otar Botkoveli. I have another delicate matter that requires your expertise.
I thought we were even, Otar.
We will be even when I say so, my friend. Now then, to business. You will meet Mrs. Godleg, the owner of the Red Queen.
Listen up.
I understand she has a problem named Dominique.
Let's get this straight. I'm not a cleaner for the Diwalis. Why don't you send one of your own?
Why? Because I am telling you to do it. And don't mention killing. Just meet with Godleg and mind your manners. She's a powerful woman.
Yes. Hey. Oh, hey. Adam, what's going on?
Miller sent me to...
Checking my progress? Really? I said it would be done when it's done. You can't rush these things, Adam. Excellence takes time.
Right. So...
Well, I was right. Am I good or am I good?
What did you find?
Oh, just some isolated fragments from what looks like bomb's timing mechanism. And get this, it's a Stanek.
Stanek? The bomb's timing mechanism was a wristwatch?
Well, to address your incredulous tone, a mechanical timing mechanism is not as silly as it sounds. Security scanners can detect anything with a suspicious electronic circuit, so using a low-tech solution is really clever.
Stanek watches are custom-made locally. I think I'll pay the shop a visit.
It's probably closed. Let's see if I can find you a second option. Yeah, got it. Nomad Stanek, founder and owner of the store, lives in the Davnia Vod district near Pilgrim Station. That's Putnik Nadraji in Czech, I think. Building number 96, second floor.
Nice, I'll check it out.
Great, let me know how it goes.
Oh, hello.
Mnozí dříve licencovaní občané již nebudou mít nárok na novou ověřovací kartu T73.
See? Across the street!
Státní policie vyšetřuje ohavnou vraždu, která se dnes v noci stala v pražské čtvrti Překážka. Místní augmentovaná reportérka Angela Ganová známá díky řadě oblíbených odhalení politických skandálů byla nalezena v uličce rozřezaná na kusy. Občany nabádáme, aby zůstali bdělí a aby se v noci zdržovali na bezpečných a dobře osvětlených prostranstvích.
It was near here.
Korporátní banka Palisáda odhalila své plány na expanzi svého holdingu v České republice. Ředitelka Palisády Ašány Kalvarová prohlásila, že se počet technických a administrativních pozic zdvojnásobí díky zbudování nových datových úložen ve 4 městech. Očekává se, že na seznam poboček přibude Ostrava, Olomouc, Zlín a Kladno. Korporátní banka Palisáda se sídlem v Praze je největší a nejprestižnější bezpečnostní korporátní archivní společnost na světě. Obsluhuje řadu megakorporací a bohatých lidí a využívá nejmodernější fyzická i digitální bezpečnostní opatření, včetně firewallu příští generace, špičkového šifrování, vlastního biometrického kódování hesel a dalších. Jedná se o první velkou expanzi války od augovského incidentu a o druhou od roku 2025, kdy automatizovaná ochrana uvnitř zařízení zabila jednu techničku. Její smrt přitáhla mezinárodní pozornost, dokud nevyšlo najevo, že se snažila získat přístup k účtům klientů. Akcie Verze Life, které od minulého kvartálu klesly už o 6%, si i nadále berou co